Hey guys, welcome back here to my channel and to another build. This month I'm doing the flying coaster, which was designed by Dan Amberley over on Discord, and this is a part of my monthly challenge. If you want to take part in that, head over to my last video and you can find all the details and how to take part there. Before I get straight into this build, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up for this video. I really do appreciate it. So basically, when I thought flying coaster, my mind went straight back to 2002 and to the original B&M flying coaster Air at Alton Towers, which some of you may know now as Galactica. And so I wanted to use that as my whole original reference for this whole entire build. And there is actually some original concept art online. And the artwork shows what Air would have been like if they had done it properly. When I say that, I just mean they ran out of budget and they didn't get to do all the theming that they wanted to do. But here is a picture now on screen of the original concept art. And as you can see, there's some really cool like rock structures, these pathways going between the rocks. I really like that. I think it's really cool. So I'm going to play on that idea and basically try and recreate Air 2.0. And by that, I just mean having that kind of futuristic aesthetic mashed up with this nature, with the water and the rocks. I think it's a really cool combination. I really like the actual concept of Air, although I never really felt like it belonged in Forbidden Valley next to Nemesis. I always felt it was like a funny contrast between the two themes. I don't know how it goes together, but anyway, I do think Air is a little bit underrated. Yeah, it's not the most intense flying coaster or anything, but it is fun. So right now I'm doing a test on how the rock structures would be, and basically I'm using discs and then filling in the gaps of the discs with rocks, and I'm pretty happy with how that looks. So I'm going to use that now as a motif throughout the whole entire map and try and do some big rock structures. That'd be really cool. And here I'm just kind of prepping some water areas. The land is always, you know, a question mark, like it changes constantly, and I basically just wanted to get that terrain to be really bumpy. I don't want any flat areas, to be honest. So the whole back part of the map I've kind of raised up and made just very uneven terrain. The pretzel loop section I'm going to get onto another day because I really don't know what to do with it yet. I definitely want to do like a guest interaction or something, but I just don't know yet. So I'm really not sure about that. So I'm just going to focus on the front area where my initial ideas I have all these ideas in my head, and this is where I want to start. So it's good to get the bits down that I know that I'm what to do, and then we'll fill in the gaps later on. So I'm doing basically that same rock structure, but like I've just mega sized it. And yeah, I thought it'd be really cool to have like these kind of rock structures in like the center of areas where the track does like a helix or does like a turnaround, so that works out really cool. So you kind of fly around those rock structures. And also I thought it'd be cool here to like link up two different ones with like a passing bridge section. That would be quite nice as like an interaction with the train going underneath. And then also this coaster actually has like a really cool section on its back, which is very similar to the original Air or Galactica. And so I kind of wanted to play on that section. That's why I put that path there down the middle. And I'm going to have like a hub, which is going to be like this kind of round disc area, which is like the hub of the ride. And then from there, there'll be the entrance and exit, etc., which will take you up into the station. The station is to be done another day. I need to work on that. But yeah, that's basically like the prep work, you know. This takes the longest amount of time, to be honest. Like whenever I open up a map, I'm not sure what to do. I have like maybe a theme in my head, but I don't really know how to start. And it's always good just to color your track and do some terrain work and some paths, lay some paths down and then take it from there. And that's exactly kind of what I'm doing with this one. So I'm also just kind of playing around with some terra painting here as well, to try and figure out how it will look. I'm thinking some brown around the bottom of the rocks, and then I'm going to disperse that into like the dark green. I feel like this kind of bright green that the grass has at the moment is a little bit of like the wrong kind of aesthetic I want for this build. But yeah, I'm just placing down more rocks, literally just doing it randomly, but kind of thinking where it would look best with the track. But I'm literally just placing rocks down like willy-nilly, like anywhere. And then if I don't like it, you delete it, you know. So I thought it'd be nice here as well to do another kind of rock tower, because this area is where there's like two pieces of track passing either side. So I thought that was like a good space to put one. So yeah, I'm just kind of taking a step back every now and then, looking at the map, seeing where I think a rock should go, and then kind of just placing it down. So yeah, this is just basically a lot of rock work. This is very similar to like the Astrotron style rock work that he does very well. But I'm obviously doing it in like this shape where it gets thinner in the middle and then wider at the top and bottom. which is something new for me as well. I've never really done this type of stuff before with rocks, so it's really cool to play around with. Definitely really inspired by those great builders that we have in the community that play Parkitect and have such amazing skills when it comes to terrain and rock work. Like, I'm so inspired always every month, and it just definitely makes me want to try stuff in the game. So it's why I love doing these challenges every month as well, and I definitely learn new stuff every month on how to do things and little tips and tricks, etc. So I think as a weenie, it'd be cool here to have a rock tower in the center, having the track passing through it, and then this kind of be like where the ride marquee sign will be. So as you're walking down that bridge to the hub area, you'll see this huge rock with the track going through it, and then the ride sign on the front of it. So I thought that'd be really cool. That was one of my original ideas on what to do here, and it actually worked out really well. So I'm really happy with that. All the rocks need foliage as well. If you go back to the beginning of the video and you look at that concept art that I showed you, there is actually quite a lot of foliage and all the rocks kind of coming down onto the floor with water areas. And these kind of like futuristic style looking bridge and walkways is something I'm going to just work on as the month goes on and play around with different ideas on how to do that. But here's the little sign, Air 2.0. I wanted to keep the original name of Air because I think it's really cool. It's definitely with the kind of the style that I'm going for with this one, having the same track color and everything, with it also being a flying coaster, which obviously is the same as Air. Thought I'd just keep the name Air. It could have been cool to name it something like Oxygen, or you know, something that's got something to do with air, but I just thought I'd keep it the same, Air 2.0. And then you know what the reference is, you know. So the hub center here, I'm just going to make it round using some path covers. And then I've also used like a cobblestone path cover, which I believe is from the Roadworks mod set. And then I just need to get rid of those ugly, unwanted fences on the paths there, which I use. I either use like a curved wall piece and I sink it underneath, or I use the curb fence and I also sink that underneath using Construction Anarchy. And that works out really, really well. And again, just adding some more rocks and things to the side and just kind of taking a step back and looking to see how that looks. But I'm really happy with the progress. I've got a long way to go, like a really long way to go. It's a big space to fill, but I'm actually really excited about it. I think it's really cool. I'm really happy with the theme that I chose as well. Let me know if you like it as well, and let me know if you've ridden Air down below in the comments. If you're from the UK, you probably have. But I like it. It's a great ride. One of the OGs, you know, it's a classic. And I really enjoy it. It's a good one. Not my favorite flying coaster though. My favorite flying coaster is Tatsu, of course. That pretzel loop is so intense. It's unbelievable, but it's a great ride. And I actually really enjoy flying coasters. So it's a great month, a good challenge to get stuck into with the flying coaster. And I hope you guys that are building as well are enjoying it just as much as I am. So I'm going to leave you with a few screenshots now at the end of my progress so far. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And a massive shout out to my Patreons. Thank you for supporting me. And I'll see you all next time for another video here on my channel. Bye.